Welcome back to our data visualization learning session. Today we'll be talking about essential design principles for Tableau, and the chapter is types of visualization. It is whenever we are designing visualization, it is important to figure out which visualization is right for your data, and it can be challenging. Here in this learning session, we'll try to figure out just that. Now, the first visualization I want to discuss is a simple text visualization. It is just a number, a single number, and it is used for high level information and especially used in dashboards where you want to display a key performance indicator. This is really simplistic visualization. It just gives you the high level overview of information. Second is second is a table. Table conveys lots of information. It helps to compare across categories. But when tables are too big, it becomes less effective. One of the most powerful table is 2 by 2 table, which helps to compare the information. Now, next example is a heat map. Can you tell me what a heat map is? Let me explain. Heat map is a kind of table, but with a color embedded on that, with color painted on that based on certain parameter. It can show you the top end or bottom end of some category. And it helps you to identify information really quickly. Moving on to next example, we have scatter plots. Scatter plots helps to identify information which are correlated between two variables. The variables can be continuous, and it helps to discover the insight by just looking at the map. Like for example, you can look at the map or you can look at the scatter plot and see the clustering, which will tell you the relation between two continuous variables. Next is a line graph. Line graph helps to identify a trend across the time. Let's say if you have any time variable, then first thing you need to do is to create a line graph to see a trend, and also possibly a forecasting to see where things may be headed in the future. Next, bar graph. Can you tell you what the bar graph is? Let me tell you. Bar graph is a graph which we have always seen in our daily lives. It's a most popular graph in the whole world. It can be either vertical or horizontal based upon your need. and it helps you, and you can see whether you want to do vertical or horizontal based on how you want to present the information. There are another kind of bar graph is called stack graph, which are stacked on top of each other to present the information in a way that helps you compare the variables easier. Next kind of graph is called waterfall graph, where it's kind of a bar graph, but it's kind of arranged in a specially waterfall way that helps you zoom in information of interest really quickly. Bar graphs are central to the visualization. They are fundamental to any visualization. It is mostly widely used and most useful graph in visualization. And last but not least, maps. Have you seen maps before? I'm sure you have seen maps before. Google Maps, Bing Maps, these are maps. And maps can be also a kind of a visualization. Maps are used for visualizing spatial data such as latitude, longitude, geography, etc. When information is displayed on top of the map, it helps you to get insights in a spatial way which would not have been possible without a map. Maps are crucial for spatial analysis. We have talked about many visualizations, and we have not talked about many popular visualization. One of the visualization we did not discuss earlier is pie chart. Pie chart falls in one of those categories which are which have a bad reputation. People who want to follow best practices try to avoid pie chart, but pie chart can be useful in certain cases when it's not necessarily bad, but it can be used in certain cases. So that's all for today. Let me quickly summarize what we learned today. We learned about different kind of graphs. We learned about we started with a single number, top line number, used in dashboard. We talked about a 2 by 2 table that used to compare information across categories. We talked about a heat map. We also talked about scatter plot. Then we talked about a line chart for a continuous variable for trending, for time variable and trending. And I also talked about a bar graph. Then we talked about waterfall graphs and maps. And finally, we talked about pie chart. That's all for today. I will see you next learning session. Thank you so much.